Hey guys, so it's Tuesday the 30th of October 2018. Firstly, thank you to all of those who've actually reached out and emailed in. I've been on the phone to a few of you. I've spoken to several of you via email. So that's good. But to be honest, it's not enough. It's not enough. As we're getting ready to actually start trying to do something about this now, so just this. We definitely need more hands-on, but for some reason people just aren't willing to reach out. Don't know why, but we'll see. But again, to those of you who have, thank you very much, and that's exactly what we need. Now, I did a quick little video early this morning about the troops moving into southern Texas. And to be honest, if you remember back last year with all the hurricanes and the flooding, FEMA was set up in Texas, and I remember the reporter saying they're going to be here for some time to come. And that was very, very prominent because I'd wondered why did they need to be there so long. And now, another 5,000 troops being put onto the southern borders. I mean, I've seen some conflicting things about these migrants at the borders, and some people saying yes, it's real. Other people are like, no, it's staged. I don't know. Unless we've got someone there to cover it, I don't know. But here's what I do know. When they reach there, they're going to have 7,200, as I showed you on the previous video. So that's not just speculation, that's the news, There's going to be 7,200 troops down at that border. Now, Trump was very adamant that there's going to be a wall. Very adamant. So we're going to build that wall, it's going to be there. And it seemed like it was all about immigration control, but I just want to ask the question, is that to stop people getting in or people getting out? Just a thought. Just a thought, because it does seem a bit peculiar. I mean, the numbers, even stating the fact in some of those news articles that it's higher than what some of the troops have got away on deployment. So they're going to send another 80,000 he's just recruited to send somewhere. I don't remember where it was, but it's out the country in any case. There is a video from Marfoogle TV. So he did one of those call-in talk shows that he does. It's the first one? Yeah, it's the first one he did. So there's two for the ex-military phone-in. It's the first one. And if you go to 2 hour 50, there's a caller in. His name is Pope. Very interesting stuff that he had to say. But in any case, so 80,000 troops are meant to be sent out of the country. And then in the meantime, you're sending another 5,000 down to the southern borders. Kind of seems like you're leaving yourself empty. I was listening to Cindy Gray, I think it is, that's the name of her channel, and she was talking about, the Red Dawn play. And you know what? Considering that we know the UN have troops stationed in the States, and from what I understand, they're just sat there waiting. I'm trying to remember the name of the story. Where was it? I don't remember. Someone just remember for me, please, and just comment below, just in case anyone's curious. It's when they had the shooting, and they were saying that the streets there were terrible, so they're calling in UN troops to help police. I can't remember the name of the state. But in any case, so they've got UN troops on the ground in the States, and instead of sending them to the southern borders, they've sent their own guys. So, again, what we're seeing is a farming out of any protective or defensive, abled bodies that, would be able to sort of retaliate against what's coming. They're all farmed out. Wonder how many more troops are at home. So I think that's interesting. I think that's worth having a look at. The timing just seems so peculiar. So peculiar. Midterm elections, Brexit. The Economist 2009, the Alien Disclosure Projects, the Purge, 5G rolling out, the Doomsday Vault being built, underground bunkers being sold like crazy, erratic weather, especially coming into the winter now. So it all seems a little bit too well timed, to be honest, and it doesn't feel good. I'm hoping I'm wrong, but I mean, if I'm wrong, by all means, please tell me where I'm wrong. And if there's something you want to add to it, as always, comment below. We need to figure out what's going on and where and when. It's always hard to get ahead of these things. And this is where I rely on, all of you guys that watch the videos. I get information sent in, and it's good. I wish people could tell me some more. We find out what the hell's going on. I don't know. We'll see what's what. We're nearing November 1st. I've seen some stuff about that. Seems eerie. I'm hearing talks of 9th of November, which of course would be 9/11, and then 11/11/11, so the 11th of November. Could it mean something? It could do. I mean, one thing's for sure. Something's coming. If it's not the fact that we can see something building up in the news, and if it's not for the fact that you can feel it, and if it's not for the fact of the Bible prophecy, I'm going to come back to that. If it's not for the fact that they're clearly getting ready for something, hence they're buying all the bunkers and what have you, they're getting ready for something. But just going back to the Bible prophecy, I want to put a little theory out there because it's something I found interesting. What if, and again, I don't mean this in any sort of, blasphemy or whatever, but I'm just curious of the idea. What if what was documented in the Bible was the game plan? What if that's the way they've been able to continue the game plan, and everybody's known what's happening because they know what's to come and they're just following the script? What if that's the case? Because, I mean, it's a really clever way of encoding your overall intentions and your plan right there in plain sight. And of course, then it seems like it's prophetic when that was the plan in the first place. I might be completely in the wind with that one, but I just thought it was interesting because if you think of the fact of the Crusades and, things where they went around destroying people's histories and their religious texts and implementing their own religions, why have they allowed the Bible to still stand? It's interesting. What have they done to it to allow it to still stand? I mean, we know that they corrupt everything. So, why is that still standing? What have they done to it? Because it wouldn't surprise me, to be honest, right now, if it's been deliberately doctored so that it proves itself, it lends itself to being prophetic. And then that's the mass illusion. The rapture. I mean, the way most people describe the rapture sounds like the same as Hollywood show the alien abductions. What's that movie? The Skyline? I don't know. Kind of seem like that's their gameplay, because then when people start getting taken, they're being raptured. I don't know. Just a theory, just an idea. Let me know if there's anything else that I need to know about. We can only connect and try and figure out what's going on and do something before it happens. On that note, serious note now. If it wasn't serious before, it's really serious now. If there's anybody out there who really understands how this 5G stuff works, I would love to hear from you. I mean, I understand the basics of the frequencies and its capabilities, how the frequencies affect the human body. I've got a broad understanding of it, as much as I guess any of us really need to have. It's not good. But I would love to know how it works. How do we block it? How do we take it down? Because from what I can understand, it will track everybody. It's an RF system. Radio frequencies, right? So think of things like, obviously your phone, that's the one that most people think about, but think of things that have near field of communication. It's the same RFID stuff, isn't it? So your contactless bank cards, your Pay fitness tracker watch thing. You know, you've got the Pay on the watch. Your passports have all got RFID chips. If you're here in the UK, even things like your Oyster card, so your travel card, they've all got RFID chips in them. And because they only work on such a short range, it would make sense that they would need a network, and then they can always find you, whether you've got a phone on you or not. And then if you combine that with the fact that they're looking to crash the economy, if paper money goes, or fiat currency goes out the window, then it'll all be just digital. At which point you would need some kind of system in order to have access to it. And it would be RFID based, so whether it's your bank card or it's a chip or it's a little computer system, i.e. your phone or whatever, you would still need something electronic in order to be able to access it. So if they've got their 5G system up using the radio frequencies, they'll always know where you are because you need access to your money. So they can always find you. Always. And that's even, before we start looking at how it could potentially be used as a direct weapon. That's another scary idea, but at least, it's scary enough that they'll be able to always know where you are and track you. So if anybody doesn't know anything about it, just drop me a message, send me an email, or, whatever. And let's see what's what, but I really do want to know how to take these things down. That's the honest truth. I want to know how to take these towers down, take these antennas down, without hurting or harming anyone. But we need to take them down. They cannot be allowed to roll out. I know people are fighting legal battles and whatnot, but I just feel like it's too late for that now. I think given how many of them I see around, whether they're active or not, we still don't fully know yet. They need to be gone. So any ideas are more than welcome. More than welcome. I've got a couple of my own already, but I'm hoping maybe some people have got some better ideas of what we do next. There will be a secure email address. It's just that I prefer people to email me first, and I can kind of figure out who they are before we go into secure communications. I mean, let's face it, what's really secure in any case, right? You might have a secure email account, but your phone screen recorder might still be recording everything that you're doing on your screen, so it's irrelevant whether or not you're using a secure messenger anyway. And that's just from the simple understanding that we have of technology. Who knows how complicated it is? No one really understands, I guess. But yeah, that's it. Just look out. Look out. That's smelling very fishy. That they're putting so many troops in the southern borders. Makes me wonder what they're going to do from up north. Is that where they're going to come down from? Same sort of Red Dawn thing, coming from the north and just move all the way through the south. We'll see, guys. Stay safe and be prepared. And just remember, if you're not part of the solution, you are part of the problem. And we do need to address that. You're either doing something to help the problem, or you're just facilitating it. Take care, guys.